Hello everyone and welcome back to our LP of Don't Starve. I actually took a day or so here and I leveled this entire field of trees and replanted the entire field down here because I felt like I needed more storage solutions and I also needed a bunch more logs. And coming back, I actually made a bug net here, so what we're going to do is we're going to go catch some bees up here in this northern field, and then we're going to destroy the nests, and we're going to make ourselves some bee boxes for a renewable source of honey, because those seem to be pretty nourishing, and you can also use them to make some of the best things in the game, like combining meat with honey and so forth in the crock pot in the future. So, we're going to wait for the bees to pop out here, because I don't really want to enrage them all. I don't know if they're going to pop out, but we'll pick the flowers as well, because wherever we plant these, we're going to need to surround it with flowers so that the bees can pollinate, and that's kind of, it helps them produce honey a little quicker. So, actually, no, never mind. I can't even plant those. I've got to catch butterflies. Never mind. So, I guess since they're not coming out, oh god, I made a mistake. Oh, and you didn't even catch him? We just took hits and you didn't even catch him. Ah. Killing me, buddy. Alright, so hopefully they will de-aggro very shortly. And we're going to wait for them to not be so grumpy. You can tell because they've turned red. It's never a good sign when your bees turn red. Now, we do need to get some twigs, so why aren't they coming out? Did they come out in the middle of the day or something? Oh well. We need more twigs, so let's go grab some twigs while we wait for these beehives to kind of do their thing. We also need to catch some butterflies, so we'll catch them. There we go. We caught a butterfly. And there's our lovely friend, the gobbler. There's a second hive over here. So while we're running around, keeping an eye out for twigs. And also, actually, picking up some extra berries isn't going to kill us either. So after spending that time kind of out gathering, doing general work, and doing general research, I have managed to unlock kind of the bug nets and some things like that. We do have the materials required in order to make our advanced engine. And you know, it seems like the game has slowed down a lot. Like, the game is really kind of... Well, I mean, it feels like you're kind of playing in molasses if you're used to the system with the research points. So, that's definitely... If you were really attached to the research points, that's going to kind of drive you crazy. I know, for me, I keep being like, oh my god, there's all these things that I used to have that I don't have anymore. And the thought that I have to redo that every single time I start the game is just kind of... I don't know. Part of me thinks it's a good thing for progression so that you have to re-earn everything. It makes dying hurt that much more. But then again, it definitely makes startup take quite a bit longer. I mean, it's day 16, and I don't really have some of the basic things that you should have by day 3 or 4 because you kind of have to focus on what you want to research, basically. So you can only research a couple things at a time. And if you pick kind of... Well, I mean, you have to kind of go in order. You have to pick your objectives. So I don't know why the bees aren't coming out of the hives, but this is creating a situation where... Oh, there's one. Alright, so we got the bee. And there's another one. So we're going to catch him too. And I love that the bees don't aggro when I snatch them out of their house. So I'm a little worried that more bees are going to come out. But we do need butterflies. I'm spending an entire... I kind of feel like SpongeBob just running around catching things in a net all day. So let's see what happens. Okay, so there is one warrior bee. And we busted that hive open. So let's take the honey. Oh god, he's back. And we're going to put that in Chester right now. We'll take care of you as well. And oh, you get a stinger. Okay. So let's put some of this stuff in Chester so that we don't have to worry about it being in our inventory and just kind of taking up space. And we did get some honey. We got some honeycombs, which is good. And since our hunger's pretty low, I'm going to swap those out and I'll eat these morsels real fast. It's a good thing we don't have to feed. If we had to feed Chester, we'd just be in deep, deep trouble. So let's stack that honey too so we're not wasting space. And then we've got the honeycomb. So now we're going to go back to base. Actually, let's use up the rest of the durability on this bug net real fast. Just to make sure. There we go. And we'll put that in there. And let's go down here. We'll pick a nice spot to put our little bee field. So I think probably putting it in this little greenery area is probably a reasonable decision. Although I don't think they really care too much. I don't think there's any real kind of MO for where you should be placing your beehives. But as long as you plant flowers around it, you should be okay. And I'm not going to give up those seeds to that bird. That's just something that's not going to happen. Sorry, bird. You're going to have to fly away because that is mine. So now let's grab Chester. And what we need to do is start planting some flowers. So there we are. It's a little close to base. I don't know if I want bees flying around everywhere. There we go. And we're going to plant all these flowers. And then coming back, we've got some general things. We got the bee we need. We've got the honeycomb we need. So now let's go back and we're going to figure out just how much stuff we need in order to get our beehive going. So how much stone do I have? I have a bunch of cut stone, so that's good. And our traps need to be checked. We've got a little bit of time, so let me jump into this other chest here. And I'm going to close that off. And other things that I'm going to put in here. We'll throw the honey in there. We'll throw, well, the seeds can stay with us. We're going to need them. We need the honeycomb. But for now, we need to actually make our advanced research station. So now that we've got the stone and the boards, we've got to make a few more boards, I think. Run that crow off real fast. There we are, and that should make it through the night. And coming back up here to our research station, I think we need 4 boards. Okay, so we need a couple more boards. We're also going to need a nice little stack of gold here, so we'll put that in Chester real fast, just for safekeeping. And now we need boards. So let's refine some boards. There we are. So we've got our 4 boards. We've got our 4 stone. Let's cook these real fast so that we can get them out of our inventory. That's going to be our food for the day. I'm trying to only pick as many berries as I need from my little berry farm over there on the right. There we go. That should keep me good for the day. We'll cook these seeds up. And if you're looking forward to me building walls, I apologize. Like, there's just so much busy work that has to be done in the new patch that it's really difficult to jump in and start building fortifications or anything. It's really kind of a situation of wrestling versus what you have versus what you need. And it does diversify the gameplay a little bit, I will admit that. So the developer himself stated that his plan was to kind of slow gameplay down. And there's our alchemy engine. So our new engine is up, and we can make opulent pickaxes. We can make all kinds of goodies now. But what I want is a bee box. So we're going to have to, God, we're going to have to front the materials for the bee box, unfortunately. So let me make another axe once again, and we'll fell some trees here before morning. And these trees aren't completely matured, so this isn't the best use of my wood, but well. It's unfortunate, but at least they're spitting out pine cones at this point, so we can replant. Alright, and there we are. We've got some more logs. And I forget how many boards it said that I needed. Let me take a look one more time. Run up here by the alchemy engine so that it'll let me take a look. And to research that, we needed 2 boards, which means we have the right amount. So we will make 2 boards. And Chester, let me have those bees in your tummy here. And from the alchemy engine, we are going to craft high-quality laminate floorboards. No, we're going to make ourselves a bee box. So there we are. We have our bee box, and we're going to take it, and we're going to put it up by all these flowers so that they can pollinate quicker, which is going to help us, well, get at the honey a little faster. So bird, you little turd, what are you doing? So that bird ate those seeds, but we've got enough food for now, I guess. We'll eat those up, and then our mission for today, I'm not sure how to apply myself to this day. We have our log suits a little beat up. We have lots of gold, though, which is good. I do need to... Let's clean out Chester real fast. Take the stingers, take the beard hair, and we'll put those in there as well, because we don't want Chester clogged up with a bunch of items that we're not going to be using. And I'm going to take the honey with me, too, as kind of a trail snack. Now, I'm not going to clean out the traps just yet. Let's use this day to the best of our ability and kind of see what we can come up with. I'll plant those real fast. And let's take a look. I don't really know. I mean, we do need to hunt down the beefalo herd. I still need to hunt them down so that I can get a reasonable source of kind of fur and then also a decent supply of manure. But then part of me wants to make a run down to the Pig King and see what kind of supplies I can come out with. Because if I can make a sledgehammer, I can knock down a bunch of the houses down there. And then I could replant them up here and just keep basically breaking things down, killing pigs, etc. And then I can get myself a football helmet, which is going to make me a little bit tougher. We'll grab some grass here real fast. And I don't feel like I have enough berries to get kind of a manure trip done. I mean, I do have a lot of seeds, so I think those will last me for a little bit, so I guess we'll clean off our berry bushes before a gobbler shows up and ruins it for us anyways. And then we'll go down to the pig village and we'll get some more manure so that we can plant our grass field. And there he is. I had a feeling one was going to show up. Don't you do it, gobbler. I will hit you with an axe. I will beat you viciously about the head and shoulders with an axe, gobbler. So that raises an interesting point that gobblers can pop out of bushes in your own area, like your own little farming region, which can be a pain. I don't have any sleep darts or anything by which to catch the gobbler yet. The only way I've ever killed one is by running it off to the side of the map until it finally died off. But you can do it with sleep darts, and there are some other methods. You can put out traps near all of your farming area. But there's no real set way that I prefer to get rid of gobblers. There's a number of different techniques. Oh my god, there are so many spiders down here. Now, did I just jump down the wrong hole? I did. I jumped down the wrong hole. So what we'll do is we'll go back. And I've got to run up north. So we'll run up north. You can see here the bees are pollinating like crazy, which is awesome because we want to have a good supply of honey. And I think if we can get that bee box replenishing pretty quickly, I'll be able to alternate between getting honey and getting berries. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which should be completely sustainable, at which point I won't need to use traps or anything like that anymore. We'll just be able to check our various objects each day before we go out on our little adventures. Now, we are going to have to track down some stone. I haven't decided whether I want to focus on stone walls or whether I want to focus on wood walls. I'm thinking wood walls are probably going to be more practical. We'll pick up the manure here. I may come down here in a little bit and bust up all their houses because I need some pig skins. I still don't understand why their houses drop skins. That still confuses me a little bit. What about you? Are you okay? No, God, I need more poo. All of these pigs are full to the brim. None of them want to eat multiples, unfortunately. So I guess we'll have to make do with... We're a little skimp on we're a little skimp on manure at the moment, so that's another reason I'm kind of contemplating getting a huge wood supply up and then creating ourselves a little palisade, maybe something that the road can connect to. And then the nice thing about that is it kind of acts as a pigeon. It kind of pigeonholes the enemy into coming at us the way we want them to. So I can put a bunch of tooth traps inside of it. And that should relieve us of really any concerns, at least until the hounds just become crazily overpowering. But by that point, I think we should probably have a pig army ready to roll. There's no way to tell, but what about you? Have you fed already? Come on, give me your poo. There we are. So we got 6 poos out of that. That's enough for us to either make... Well, it's enough for us to make a farming plot. Or we can make ourselves a little grass field. So it kind of depends. I think it's probably a better idea to do the grass field just so we can have grass nearby. We also need to dig up some twigs and move some saplings around, but I'll probably do that off camera since that's kind of menial work, and you saw me do that in the last episode, so it's not really something new or entertaining that I have to show you how to do. And where is that wormhole at? Did I walk right past it? I did. I walked past the wormhole, unfortunately. So we're going to jump back down in there, and we've got a reasonably sized walk back to our camp. But I think this is probably where this episode's going to more or less end. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in this episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching me play Don't Starve. I hope that any of the mistakes I've made or any of the things that I've done will help you in any regard. I mean, whether it's I do something dumb, as long as it helps you, that doesn't hurt my feelings. And if I do something smart, that doesn't hurt my feelings either. So I definitely appreciate you deciding to spend your time with me here today. And I will see you guys all next time. You guys take care out there.